Okay, so you want to learn a new language, but you don't have time. That is something that I used to tell myself a lot, but now I am on a 125-day streak on Duolingo with no signs of slowing down. I'm definitely going to hit the 365 and beyond. And this is how I do it. Let me explain to you in this video. What's up guys, my name is Mike, welcome to this channel. If you don't know me, I'm probably better known as Radio Mike or Podcast Mike, and I spent the majority of my 20s working on some of Australia's biggest radio shows and podcasts. Now I have my own media business, I have a YouTube channel, I have a podcast and a blog, and I just kind of am a freelance creator, and this channel is my second channel where I'm kind of talking about all my learnings of life in my 30s and just being a business owner and being a creator. So I hope you hit the subscribe button if you're interested. Okay, so I feel like most of us do want to learn a new language, and it really isn't as hard as we're making it seem. I think, again, this comes down to this story of like, I don't have time. This is like something we're always telling ourselves, like, I just don't have time. But I think you need to start from today reframing I don't have time to I am not actively making time. And here's the thing. I did a video recently about how I am reading more, and I'm on track to read about 50 books in 2025. And the main thing I said there, which applies similarly to here, is if you want to do something, you need to make time for it. Time is not just going to open up for you to do something that you want to do. You need to specifically schedule your time to do it. And so when it comes to learning a new language, I mean, I think the best resource for everyone out there is Duolingo. It's a great app. It is such a great way to just like practice hearing languages, practice speaking languages, and practice building your vocabulary. It also gamifies the language learning experience. Like you have lives, you can connect with friends, you get streaks, like all the stuff that addicts you about social media is also built into Duolingo. So the main thing you're going to do, and this is a recurring theme for me, is delete TikTok off your phone right now and replace TikTok with the Duolingo app on your home screen. So basically your muscle memory is programmed to go to TikTok, and now you will see Duolingo, so you'll be like, okay, maybe I'll open Duolingo. Choose a language you really want to learn. For me, it's Japanese. I love Japanese culture, manga, anime, like all those kinds of things. I also, I'm just a big Japan nerd, so I want to learn more Japanese words and I want to learn to speak and understand the language better. For you, it might be Italian or Spanish or French or, I don't know, Indonesian. Like there's so many cool languages out there. Go learn the language that you want to speak. The best way to get in the habit of learning a new language and building this new habit, and I'm definitely guilty of this, like I have tried Duolingo many times over the years. I do it for like 2 or 3 days, and in my mind, I'm like, this could be really easy. I could easily do this every day. But then after 3 days, I just stop. The reason for that is because you're not making the time to do it, and therefore the habit doesn't build over time. I'm at a point now at a 125-day streak that like, if I don't do Duolingo, my brain starts panicking, and that's a good way to be. A great technique you can use to actually start building this habit and make it part of your daily routine is called habit stacking. James Clear talks about this a lot in his book, Atomic Habits, which is a great book about habit forming and getting better every day. By the way, I wrote about all of this in my blog, Progress Not Perfection. You can subscribe to it. The links are down below, so go read all my blog posts. The way I habit stacked is obviously every night before I go to bed, I brush my teeth, I floss, and I tongue scrape and all of that stuff. During that time in the past, maybe I would like watch YouTube or even worse, watch TikTok or do something that wasn't remotely productive. Instead now, every time I brush my teeth, now morning and night, I do a language module in Duolingo. Takes about 3 to 4 minutes to do one. And that's pretty much the time that is recommended to brush your teeth every day. Suddenly you're doing a habit that you already do every day, hopefully, which is brush your teeth, and you're combining it with a new habit that is productive, which is Duolingo. Now I'm at a point where my brain has just associated brushing my teeth with learning Japanese. So every time I pick the toothbrush up, I get my phone out and I start doing Duolingo. But at the same time, now I have this craving for learning a language. And because I've deleted social media apps off my phone, in times where I'm just like bored or just have a little bit of downtime, I'll just open my phone and do a module on Duolingo. My vocabulary has expanded a lot. I'm understanding sentences a lot. Like sometimes I'll just like hear a Japanese sentence if I'm watching like an anime or something, and I will completely understand it. And that is the result of just building this habit. I have no intention of stopping. Like I just want to keep doing Japanese lessons every day. hopefully for the rest of my life. And then my next goal for it is to do in the morning an Italian lesson, because my family is Italian and I don't speak it, and in the evening a Japanese lesson. And that means I could speak 3 languages, and that's amazing. So I think with the time that you will gain from deleting social media off your phone, you will pick up much more productive skills. And think about it like this, at the end of a TikTok binge or an Instagram reel binge or just a scrolling binge, what are you going to have to show for that time you've sunk into those things? I argue that you have nothing to show, but if you replace that with Duolingo every day, then I argue that you have a huge yield to show and show yourself off as a committed person and someone who can self-discipline and someone who's interesting because they're learning a language, no one thinks you're interesting because you scroll on TikTok. That's just you being exactly like everyone else. People will think you're interesting if you're like, I do Duolingo every night and I'm learning, I don't know, Lithuanian. I don't even know if that's a language, but that is what's going to make you more interesting as a person. That's it. That's how I got my 125-day streak on Duolingo. That's how you can too. Delete social media, learn a language you want to learn, and habit stack it with another habit that you already do every day. That's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching this one. There's plenty of videos like this on my feed, and I would love for you to check them out. See you later.